when you look at me, you are seeing a man who represents, here in the United States, the age of the most popular age man. Men born around my age, born in 1981, turning 38. This guy right here. Something you're going to see about us is we're specifically very focused on money. And it's going to be similar to the way where my grandparents, who were alive during the Great Depression, especially my Italian grandfather, had that mindset. He grew up in an orphanage. He had that mindset of saving money. And for me, the millennial grandson, it translates into not only save money, but be investing money. Why is that? Why is it men my age are so focused on money, but not in the traditional 1980s way, where it's like, let me impress you with all this fancy stuff and try to impress people I don't care about. For me, it's much more selfish than that. It's a matter of making as much money as I can so that I can save as much and maybe more importantly, invest as much as I can. Why is it that men my age care so much about this? Maybe more so than any other age man alive right now in America. Why is that? Well, thanks to me and my sticky notes, this is just me brainstorming. This isn't scientific research, but this is what I came up with. So consider this. When I got married in 2008, 11 years ago, the average age for a man to get married was 27. And I was 27 when I got married in 2008. What happened in 2008? Yes, the financial crisis, when all the banks and all these bad loans and all that stuff, okay? The financial crisis happened months after I got married. So imagine a guy who, at the time, still had, we had the debt from our wedding itself, right? And we're still kind of new in our careers. And now, suddenly, there's not as much money. Oh no, the American economy is going to collapse. So that was my introduction to marriage, which when you become introduced to marriage, you immediately realize, oh, I'm supposed to do a budget. Oh, we're a team now, we have to do it. So my introduction to being married was also my introduction to the financial crisis. So imagine what kind of boot camp that must be for men my age who were most likely to be married that year, which I was. Okay, you've got to know that's going to have a psychological effect on me when it comes to money. Number two, student loans. See, with my age, with guys my age, it was much easier for us to go to college than our own parents. So if there's more people going to college and it's easier, coincidentally, there was also more student loan debt, which that was another thing. Get married and I still have all the student loan that took me years to pay off. That generations before us weren't as likely to go to college and could still have decent careers. My generation, basically, you have to go to college and if you want a decent chance of making a good living for yourself. So that actually was a big part of it too. Get married, financial crisis happens in America, and guess what? Thousands of dollars in student loans you got to pay because you had to go to college to make a decent living to begin with. Number three is, Social Security. So I've been told my whole life, there's not going to be any Social Security left for you when you are of the right age where you should qualify. So if you're told that your whole life and think, okay, well, at least my parents will get their Social Security, but I won't. Imagine what kind of effect that's going to have on a guy like me. No, hey, maybe they're wrong. Maybe I'll get Social Security after all. But I have to live my life in a way assuming that, and my wife and I looked into it, that basically we've got to have $2 million saved up and ready by the time we retire. That's where we're at. And even that's maybe, are we getting a Social Security? Either way, we need to be that prepared. Okay? So imagine if you're told you're the first generation that will not get your Social Security. The next one, and I guess this is is a perfect transition here. We were also known as the first generation that will not make as much money as our parents. In fact, we will make less money than our parents. So if you're told, hey, you know what? All you went to college, that's great, And even though if your parents didn't go to college, still you're going to make less money than them. So if you're told that, that's another reason you're thinking, wow, I need to really figure this money thing out. And then number 5, and this is a positive one, but it only basically reconfirms the other 4 that I'm telling you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, this is number 5. Side hustle opportunity. Okay, let's talk about this for a moment. I would argue that there's more opportunities for men my age to make side hustle money than perhaps any other men in history with the amount of life experience and career experience and education that I have. Okay? So now imagine this. When I graduated high school in '99, the internet was an infant. Even when September 11 happened, the internet was still very new when that happened. Okay? As I was in college, the internet was new. It wasn't until I was into my career that I was basically married and ending my career before YouTube even came out. So the internet was fairly new to me then, and all of us then. But now, it's not. We're used to the internet. Now we understand, there's actually lots of ways you can make easy money off the internet. And so you can imagine a guy, and let's go back and review, a guy my age, 38, born in 1981, graduated high school in '99. Assuming that I got married at the average age of 27 in 2008, I got married during the financial crisis, number 1. I already went into marriage with, $12,000 in student loans, which was more likely to happen to somebody my age. I've been told my whole life I will have no Social Security waiting for me when I am old enough. I'm being told that my parents, I won't make as much money as my parents did, even though they didn't go to college, and that's often the case with millennial kids. And then, so all those things are hanging over me. But then, actually, you can make a lot of money on the side from the internet. Okay. So with that being said, let's just review this. Okay. A lot of people struggle with this. That I make hundreds of dollars a month from my 2 YouTube channels. They think that because you see someone on YouTube, whatever they're talking about, they really care that much about it. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But they are making money from that. And I already told you the formula. Basically, if you have a YouTuber with 10,000 subscribers, you can pretty much assume they're clearing $500 per month. And then you can do the math from there. Us YouTubers know that. But a lot of our viewers don't understand this is a side hustle business for us. Same thing with my blog, Family Friendly Daddy blog. Every week, I've got people from across the world say, hey, you've got a popular blog. Can I do a sponsored post? And what they'll do, they'll write a nice article that helps my blog out, but ultimately has a link back to their website. And they pay me a $35 fee. And I openly promote this on my website. And on a weekly basis, I get 2 or 3 of these. Okay, so it's a sponsored. So that's another way I just make easy money. I also do SEO, which that's what I'm basically describing. SEO for a major university in Nashville. And that pays very well for what I do too, as far as maintaining their website, their blog, editing videos for them. So, and then of course I've got my Amazon links. When I shave my head, I use that Remington Shortcut Pro, and I make decent money every month, even now, over a year later, because people are still watching that video and buying the thing. So I have all these side hustles. And it's not like I have a degree in anything related to social media or computers. No, I have an English degree. That's it. I have an English degree. And I was able to figure out all these things, all these ways that I can make money even while I'm sleeping. If there is a stereotype that men that are age 38 in the year 2019 are obsessed with money, now you know why. Now you know how I've been conditioned to be this way. But it's not about being rich. It's simply about providing for my own future so that I can retire, that I can afford to retire, that I won't simply be working this hard my whole life, that I will be able to truly afford my future. And I'm being told that for my wife and I, we need to have $2 million in the bank. We invest our money too. We're financially stable and at a great place now to where we're now investing our money on the side. And it's not just about savings, it's about actually investing money that down the road that's going to help us grow that retirement the way we need it to be. There you go. That's everything you need to know. That's why my generation, men age 38, born in 1981, graduated high school in 99, why we're so obsessed with money. We've been conditioned this way. I don't know that younger generations will be, but the things that lined up in our life, guys like me, this is why we're the way we are. You got comments? They belong right here.